Let's try and draw up a winner on a Saturday. It is the FIFA Club World Cup round of 16, Chelsea and Benfica. I'm Carmine Bianco from wagertalk.com. And before I get to a free play on this game and breaking it down, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Join the ever-growing community here at Wager Talk TV. Hit that like button and drop a comment in the comment section and let me know who you are betting in this game, whether you want to fade or follow. I'm good with either one of them. At the end, I'll have a couple additional ways of playing this game as well too, if you want to sprinkle a little bit on some nice plus money prices. But let's get right to it. You look at this game: Chelsea plus 113, Benfica plus 256. The draw is plus 240, and the total sits here at 2.5, shaded 20 cents to the under. You'll have to lay 120 to win 100 on that bet if you're taking the under. I look at this game and I look at these two teams, and I've watched pretty much every single FIFA Club World Cup game, including all six that these teams participated in. And, you look at Benfica, they've only played one bad quarter or half of football thus far. 45 minutes against the Boca Juniors, that first half. Played a much better after that, finished in a 2-2 draw. And you look at this Chelsea team, and same for them. Only 45 minutes of bad soccer for them, and that came in the game against Mexican side Flamengo, where they tried to hold on to that 1-0 halftime lead. 3 second half goals by the Brazilian side on 2.84 XG. They were all over in the second half, and they beat them in that second half, scoring three and on their way to a 3-1 win. Otherwise, these two teams have been completely solid, very well structured defensively, very well from a defensive perspective. You look at these both sides, and they have a combined 4 clean sheets in this tournament thus far. And Benfica get out to a 1-0 lead and then fend off Bayern Munich, a team that was scoring at will in this tournament, and they beat them 1-0 to win their group. Chelsea finishes second in their group, and thus we have this meeting at Bank of America in Charlotte, North Carolina. So how are we going to break this game down? This is one of those games where if you look at the 8 matchups in the round of 16, I think this matchup has the best chance of all those games of getting to extra time and possibly penalty kicks. 90 minutes may not be enough for these two teams. One gets out to a lead, they're likely to lock it down. We saw those in their clean sheet victories. And Chelsea's just that type of squad. If they get ahead 1-0, they're going to try and slow this game to a crawl. And I think Benfica does the same thing. Now, do we look at taking the under? We can talk about that in a second, but I believe this game ends in a draw after 90 minutes and any injury time. That price is plus 240, and I'm willing to take that plus money with two very good European sides that are building throughout this tournament and want to go further. The draw looks like the play for me here. I think this goes to extra time and possibly penalties. From there, it is a crapshoot on who is going to win the game. Now, you look at the exact score markets, and the lowest price available for a final exact score is 1-1. And I can see that. I could see this game finishing 1-1 after 90 minutes. That is plus 400. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on it, as Gianni the Greek says, that you can do so. And I would probably sprinkle a little bit on the under as well, too. In the event that one of these teams gets out to a 1-0 type lead and then just locks it down, and we don't see that second goal or the tying goal, the under 2.5 is also a play. But for the sake of this video, I am going with the draw here in this one, and a couple other things to look at. Again, this is being played Saturday at 4 p.m. In Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. What is the expected weather? Well, they're in a heat warning right now in Charlotte. The game time temperatures are expected to be, and I'll give it to you in Canadian and in American, 32 Celsius and feels like 38 Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit? In Fahrenheit, that is 89.6 game time temperature. feeling like 100.4, and that field temperature is going to be even hotter. That is why they're going to have those water breaks, the cooling breaks that slows the game to a crawl that much more. So from that perspective as well too, I don't expect these teams to go full out for 90 minutes. A more structured tactical game that ends in a draw and then gets settled in extra time and penalties. That is your play, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Good luck with your wagers.